Howdy, y'all. It's been a while. So, for those of you who are new to my YouTube channel, my name is Nate. I try to help you find remote jobs by spreading a lot of educational content. I also travel, and then I go to embassy and cultural events here in the DMV area through my creative brand called Embassy Life in DC. So, we're talking like a lot of different niches, but it makes for a little fun YouTube channel. So, today is Friday, May 17th. It's 5 p.m., just got off of work, and I wanted to film a quick pre-travel vlog before I actually left the country because tomorrow, Saturday, I'm going to Cambodia for the first time in like 4 or 5 years physically. So I'm going because of mainly family affairs and stuff like that, but it represents a very unique opportunity to film some travel content when I'm over there, even though I might not be doing a lot of the touristy stuff. Like, for example, for those of you who have been to Cambodia before, you'll know what I'm talking about with like Angkor Wat, which is this gorgeous like 15th century, 14th century temple that like goes to Cambodia for. Sihanoukville, which is like a coastal town, Wat Nom, which is like a famous temple, the Bayon Temple, which has like the statue faces like there. So I'm not going to be doing any of those things because A, I don't have time. So technically I'm only there for like 5 days, but it takes me a day and a half to get there from the DC area. So you might say it's a short trip. It is, but at the same time, that's enough time to be with family and to, do what I gotta do when I'm over there. But when I'm, out in the city, going to place, I'm definitely going to bring like the travel vlog camera with me so you get to experience what day-to-day life in Phnom Penh, which is the capital of Cambodia, is. It's a very interesting city because when I was younger, from about 15 to 18 years of age, I was in Cambodia growing up. And the city has changed dramatically since I left because of a lot of investment that's going into the country to develop it from like, a third world developing country to, let's say, like a first world country. Like they're in a process of like modernization. They are building a lot of like skyscrapers in the city. So the city has changed in terms of a landscape over the past 5 years. And even when I left, it was slowly starting to change as well. So you're going to see when I'm over there, I'll walk you through as much as I can, like the streets of Cambodia, give you kind of like I don't know, like maybe a glimpse into what the daily life is like, just show you around the capital. It could be very interesting. And I have the Osmo now, so like it's portable, I could just bring it with me in my pocket and I could just take it with me wherever I go. The only thing is that I'm entering a wet period in Cambodia apparently, because I looked at the forecast and it's going to be raining like heck when it's over there. So I might not be able to use it outside too much, but I can still film inside buildings potentially, show you what life is like, and then on the dry spots of like the whole vacation trip, I can also like show you that too. You know what I mean? So it's a very interesting opportunity because for the Embassy Life in DC brand, I want to create some travel content a little bit more. So I'm going to obviously be using my phone a lot. I'll be using my vlog camera as well to record myself, when I'm there. And then I might produce like, I don't know, a small guide on like places to visit, you know what I mean? Like when you're in Cambodia, actually for leisurely touristy vacation things instead of going there for more serious affairs, which is what I'm doing. So anyway, I just wanted to say that I'm heading out of town for a bit. I'm still going to be, uploading this video. By the time you see it, it'll be like on Monday, which is like, I think the 21st or something like that, whatever. It'll be on the YouTube channel. And then I have YouTube channels or YouTube videos already scheduled for like the next week and the week after that, so that when I come back, y'all still have like content. So I'll be recording content when I'm there, but it'll just be like, oh, he's actually still producing content and scheduling it. So there's that as well. So yeah, I'm flying out tomorrow, 7:30 at night. So I have the whole day to kind of like pack and just make sure all my affairs are in order before I leave. And it's just going to be exciting. I haven't been back home, because that's what I consider home to be, in like 5 years, which is kind of a gut punch because I left as a kid. Literally, I was like barely, well, okay, maybe it's been longer than 5 years, but I left when I was young. Like, I'm 28 now. I think I left when I was like 18, 19, something like that. It's two different Nates. Like, one was way younger, one was way more immature. One's older now, a little, hopefully, like more handsome and stuff like that too. But, my perspective on life and what I want out of it has changed so dramatically. and just to see the place where I grew up in being transformed and modernized. Like, you think, when you leave a location, right, that you've lived in for a long period of time, you think that it's going to be, I don't know, you think it'll stay in, like, a form of stasis where nothing changes, the people are the same, the restaurants are the same, all that stuff. But life doesn't work that way. Like, just because you leave an area doesn't mean everything's put on hold. People still have their lives, people still do what they got to do to survive and live. So I'm fully expecting to get, like, not just a culture shock, but just kind of like a reality shattering, in a manner of speaking, because I left my home to come to the US to do college, grad school, get a job, you know what I mean? That type of thing. And all of a sudden now I'm going back home. So it feels a little bit speechless, in a way. But I wanted to record this pre-travel vlog because, well, to explain, what's going on as well, of course, for the channel. But also because I haven't filmed a lot of personal stuff like this with y'all. And I kind of miss doing that a lot. You'll notice that a lot of the videos quite recently are more like, events and how to find a remote job, like educational content, rather than like a one-on-one type thing. So it's the best way that I can describe it is it's very emotional to be going back home after a long period of time and seeing family. It's very cathartic also at the same time because, being alone over here in DC is like completely different when you don't have family around or friends around and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, the next couple of months are going to be crazy, just to kind of give you like a timeline of like what's happening. So in May, we have Cambodia, so I'll be gone for about like a week. And then June, I come back, we have like there's a lot of stuff that's happening in June, not just embassy wise, but events just in general. Then in July, I'm actually going back to California for 10 days to see family again, taking care of some affairs. But I'll also be in Southern California, which is, again, another unique opportunity to go do some travel content, which is exactly what I want to start doing more with the Osmo. So that's going to be fun. And then it's also going to be a little bit sad, but again, family stuff. And then in November, the plan is to go to Costa Rica with some family, but that's going to be more vacation, which will be fun. And Costa Rica, I'm really looking forward to because I've never been before to Costa Rica, and I'm so excited. It's at the end of the year, so it's like, it's the penultimate month of the year, quite literally. But I've never been to Costa Rica before, and I've always wanted to go. But solo, I've talked about solo travel on this YouTube channel before versus like group travel. This will be group travel, the first family trip that I've done like ever, with my family, to go to like a place for vacation. So you can fully expect me to take the freaking vlog camera with me and document almost literally everything. You know what I mean? From like, I don't know, the rainforests of Costa Rica to, I don't know, just hiking and stuff like that, So anyway, it's going to be, I just wanted to give you like a timeline of like what's going on with like the YouTube channel. So we're talking Cambodia, we're talking California, we're talking Costa Rica. There might be a couple of intermediary trips that I'm going to try to do locally and stuff like that as well. But it's crazy. Like, it's funny because like with the Embassy Life in DC project, I am trying to find ways to bulletproof the project essentially if I ever leave. And for those of you who don't know what it is, it's a project that I run embassy events and cultural events like to find in the DMV, and then I find the information and then I distribute that, kind of testing the camera at the same time here, to the DMV public. So people always ask me with the other project, it's like, well, what happens if you leave the DMV area? Would you still do it or continue it? And I'm just like, of course I would. I mean, it's such a special thing to be able to like do and continue. But there are ways to kind of bulletproof it. So for example, maybe starting to do more travel influencers type stuff, like I have the vlogging camera. I definitely want to start interviewing like more creators for you to understand, like you being the audience that's watching this, to understand like what it means to be a creator and like how you can be one as well, which is like super important to me because like I firmly believe that with the way the whole creator economy is like unfolding right now, and then social media still growing over time, that you can like, it takes time, it takes a lot of effort, it takes a lot of time, energy, blood, sweat, tears, all that stuff. But I firmly believe you can take a hobby like vlogging on YouTube and actually make a living out of it. You know what I mean? Like, it takes a long time. I get that, but like, I firmly believe that it's a possibility, because don't tell me that you see like all these other people on YouTube and like all these social media influencers that, that make it, and like they make a career doing out of that. I want to do that, but with my Embassy Life in DC project, and also this at the same time. So this year is going to be full of travel, and yeah, look forward to it, because a lot of travel content is going to be coming your way. A lot of vlogs are going to be coming your way, which is pretty cool. And then for today, May 17th, I actually wanted to walk you through a suitcase that I got. So, for context, I have an old suitcase which is almost as old as I am. It's broken down, the wheels don't work, it's cracked. It really is not a good suitcase to be like transporting. Plus, it's huge. It's like in this era of airlines, they try to squeeze every dollar they can out of you when it comes to like your luggage, right? And it's like frustrating, because like for certain airlines you have to like pay, $50 extra if you want to check in your dang carry-on. So, thankfully for the flight tomorrow, I don't believe I have to do that, because it's an international flight, thank goodness. But I wanted to get a new suitcase anyway, because I wanted one that was smaller, sorry, not more smaller, more compact, and then just more ergonomically efficient. So in Georgetown, here in DC, there is a travel company called Away. They focus on a lot of luggage, a lot of backpacks, that type of thing. And so I went to their store, and I ended up getting their smallest suitcase, called a carry-on. And so it cost me about, what was it, 275, I think, for just like the carry-on itself. I needed to invest, I know that there are other options out there, but I really wanted, like, it's called Away, and it's like a fabulous travel brand that I've seen like all over the place. So I splurged a little. I freely admit it. Nail me to the cross if you want to. But at the same time, like, I really wanted their red carry-on model that I'm gonna walk you through today, because it's a really cute little suitcase. It's well designed, and it's just a really awesome suitcase. So I will see you in a couple of seconds. Ta-da! This is the Away suitcase. So, just for a little bit of context, this is their smallest suitcase size. This is the carry-on. So, according to their website and the store attendants that I asked, so this is designed to be as compact as possible to fit in the overhead compartment for a lot of bins that you have above your seat. So we're talking like a lot of domestic airlines like Delta, American Airlines, Spirit, all that good stuff, right? And then for international flights as well, it works wonders also at the same time when you put it in the compartment. So that's kind of the exterior shots of the suitcase. It looks really nice. I love the red color. Don't mind Big Brother in the corner. That's like another brand completely. That's the suitcase that I mentioned before. That's like old to the point where I can't even move anymore. But, so this is their smallest suitcase size, and it's got like a fabulous color scheme to it. So there were other colors like orange, green, gray, blue, etc., etc. Red was their most popular, and I got so lucky because they only had one left in stock. That is the Away brand right there. And I was able to get it, and I was so happy that I was able to, because it's a gorgeous little suitcase. So this is the interior, and I'll kind of step away so you can see it all. So it's very compact. It's a little misleading because it's deeper than what it appears to be. So starting off on the right side, just kind of giving you like a basic walkthrough. So there's a divider that, lets you kind of like divide your clothes depending on how organized you are. It's got some space where you can put a lot of your clothes, shoes. One thing I like about this suitcase is that it has like a lot of pockets where you can put like a lot of toiletries in here, chargers, etc. And so it's got like a nice interior. It's got plenty of space on the inside. And then this divider can let you store some additional goodies like in here, maybe your toiletries. So this comes with a laundry bag, which I appreciate dearly. And I can't tell you how many times I've been in a hotel where I've had dirty laundry and I end up putting it on both sides, and it contaminates literally everything because it's just dirty clothes mixed in with good clothes. So the laundry bag comes with this. Love that. Appreciate it. And then this is the pocket, which you can put more stuff in there. This is a magic eraser. I can probably take it out just to show you really quickly. Let's see. Yeah, so scuffs happen. So to clean your suitcase, dampen this eraser, squeeze, and excess water. Squeeze out excess water, then gently rub away any spots. So, as we all know, dings happen to your suitcase all the time. If you're super obsessed with just, maintaining an awesome color scheme, which is like the red, you can use this magic eraser to quickly erase any scuffs that are out there, which is super cool. And then, what is this? Let's see. Oh, this is just some silica gel that they put in there to maintain the freshness of the suitcase. No, I'm just joking on that. So, that's one side. This is the divider, which is pretty cool. And then this is where your main underwear, socks, other clothes can go in as well. So all in all, a pretty cool suitcase. Comes with a lot more space than you might think for a carry-on, or at least I thought so. It is a small carry-on. They have an extended option and modifications that you can get to this model. I don't know, like for example, I'll show you this, right? So this right here is like almost double the size, I would say. It's clunky, it's, used, beaten, all that type of stuff. And it's such a nightmare to get this into the overhead bin half the time on these domestic airlines. So I ended up getting this because I'm going to be doing a lot more trips this year, both domestic and international. And I figured I might as well invest in a suitcase that I love and just, I don't know, maybe learn to pack more efficiently half the time. I feel like every time I go on a trip or on an expedition or whatever, I always overpack and I don't use half the stuff that I just pack, which is frustrating. So this is the little carry-on from Away. It cost me $275 for the base model, and then it goes up in price as you add more modifications to it at the same time. And I love it. I was packing stuff like earlier today. I took everything out because I wanted to show y'all my trips tomorrow and stuff like that. But it's a handy little suitcase. I'll show you what, once I close this up and I do a transition over to post-production, we'll take care of that. I can show you like how it moves, how it rolls, just like a brief demonstration. It's a cute little suitcase. I don't know. I mean, I love the Away travel brand. I've always wanted to have an Away suitcase and stuff like that, and it's a great little carry-on that you can take with you. And then I also have my REI backpack. Oh yeah, I'm a huge REI fan as well. Can't tell you how much I've dropped at that store alone here in the DC area. And so I'll have my backpack with me for the Cambodia trip, and then I'll have this little carry-on as well, so that when I go to Cambodia, Costa Rica, and California, I'm set. I wanted to quickly show you what the exterior looked like with the handlebar raised. And so I'm too lazy to do an exposition shot with myself and the whole suitcase like lined up. But this handlebar goes up to hip height, or at least to my stomach. So I'm 5'9", I'm not a tall dude. Average height, like here in the US, is like 5'9", which is 1 meter, 75 centimeters for those of you who use the metric system. So this goes up to my stomach, which is pretty cool, and it actually glides pretty smoothly across the floor. So I've tested it outside. I'm not going to do that right now. And granted, this is a wooden floor, which is very shiny and like easy to go on, but it glides almost across this. You see that? It literally glides, which I love. And then it does really well on concrete, cobblestone, everything. So that is the exterior of the suitcase. And one last feature that I'm going to highlight for all of y'all, if the camera can do a good job zooming in. So this is the lock that comes with the carry-on. And so you can set your own combination, which is what I've done. I'm not going to tell you what my combination is, just in case you ever meet me in real life. But this is the combination, and then this is what they call a TSA lock. So let's say you're going through the airport, TSA stops you for whatever reason, and they say like, halt, like we want to, inspect your suitcase. So what you can do is you can trigger this lock, which these are the zippers for the suitcase, and the zippers basically come off, and then you can unzip everything for easy access. I wonder, there we go, awesome. So the zippers are, you just do this, you do that, and then that is easy access just in case you ever have to pass the TSA security lock and stuff like that, or a security check. You know what I mean? Because granted, more times than not, you'll have to do that. And then for for the redo, I'm only using one hand for this, so it might be a little bit tough to do this. But basically, it goes back on to the slots. If I can actually do this with the camera. Let's see. Here we go. One. Come on. And then two. Perfect. And it goes back in place. And then you reset your combination. So that is the Away suitcase. Love it. It is a super cute suitcase that I'm going to field test actually for the first time tomorrow. I literally just got it, almost like a week ago at this point. So did some shopping, probably splurged a little bit when it came to this thing, but I love it and I'm going to be using it for the next 10 years. So that is the Away suitcase. And it also is a gorgeous red. Seriously. I was either debating the red or the orange. And look at that. It even slides half the time, which is pretty cool. And so I was debating whether or not to get the orange or the red. And I ended up getting the red because of the fact that I've just, this suitcase over here, that's the big brother, which is I'm going to probably either donate that or maybe keep that for storage just in case. And then this is the baby brother, and it's a cute little suitcase that just works really well. So that is the Away suitcase review. That's all I have for you today. So I hope you enjoyed the pre-travel vlog before my trip to Cambodia. I will try to the best that I can to keep on posting YouTube shorts for all of y'all on the channel. I'll also be recording. I might do some personal vlogs when I'm over there too, just telling you how life is, what's going on. The weather is going to be 85 degrees minimum, I think, and it's also going to be raining half the time, and it's also going to be humid. So I have that to look forward to when I'm over there, but I'm only there for 5 days. It's going to be honestly a very quick trip because get this, it takes about a day and a half to get there from DC because it's DC, San Francisco, Taipei, and then Phnom Penh. So it takes roughly, I think 14 or 15 hours to get there. And then I get there for 5 days. That's just enough time to adapt to the jet lag. And then I got to go back because it's Memorial weekend. And then I get back on the 27th or the 28th or something like that. So it's just by the time I, get acclimated to the whole time zone shift from across the world, I'm going to be groggy as heck, and my biological clock is going to be flipped in reverse 12 hours ahead, or whatever the time zone difference is. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little pre-travel vlog. Definitely look out for more travel stuff coming your way in the future. I have stuff auto-scheduled, so you'll still see videos going up left and right. It's weird because as I use this more and more, I start to learn more how to effectively vlog and just talk to the camera and just look at you directly instead of doing this, you know what I mean? It's a little bit, shouldn't have done that, but it's just a learning experience because I've never vlogged before in my life, and I'm not the type of person to do so until, in this era. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the pre-travel vlog. Look for more content, and I will see you around. Like, share, and subscribe for more content. I'll see you around.